Did you know your brain, that amazing 3-pound universe between your ears, generates enough electricity to power a low-wattage light bulb? It's true. This incredible organ is buzzing with activity every single second of your life, even when you're fast asleep. It's a powerhouse of thought, emotion, control. Hello, and a massive welcome to the Jess King Vlog YouTube channel. I'm so excited you are here with us today. We are about to embark on a journey deep into the most fascinating part of you, your brain. We will uncover the secrets to keeping it sharp, healthy, vibrant. Today, we are diving into a topic that affects every single one of us. We are going to break down 9 everyday habits that might be secretly damaging your brain. Think of it as the ABCs of brain health hazards. A for the air you breathe on a busy street. B for the midnight snack you grab from the kitchen. C for the chronic stress building up at your desk. These are not rare, exotic dangers. They are hidden in plain sight, woven into our daily routines, our homes, and our workplaces. But don't worry, this isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. We will walk through 5 familiar environments: your kitchen, a bustling city street, the gym, your workspace, your own bedroom. In each place, we will uncover a hidden risk. More importantly, I will give you simple, practical, and powerful tips to protect your precious brain. Imagine having the tools to build a stronger, more resilient mind, one small choice at a time. That is exactly what we are going to do today. We will transform confusion into clarity and anxiety into action. This journey is about making you the ultimate guardian of your own cognitive health. So get comfortable, maybe grab a glass of water, and you'll soon find out why that's a great idea, and prepare to be amazed. We are not just listing problems, we are providing solutions. By the end of our time together, you will see your daily life through a new lens. You will feel inspired and equipped to make small changes that yield massive results for your brain's longevity and performance. Let's begin this incredible adventure together and unlock the secrets to a healthier, happier mind. Your future self will thank you for it. Let's start our journey in the heart of the home, the kitchen. This is where we nourish our bodies, but it can also be where hidden dangers lurk. Our first culprit is one we all love, but our brains secretly fear: excessive sugar. Picture this. You've had a long day, and you reach for that comforting tub of ice cream or a fizzy soda. It feels good for a moment, right? That sweet rush is satisfying, but inside your brain, a different story is unfolding. That sugar spike is like a chaotic storm, disrupting the delicate balance your brain needs to function optimally. The science behind this is both fascinating and a little scary. A 2017 study found people who regularly consume sugary drinks are more likely to have poorer memory and smaller overall brain volume. High sugar intake leads to chronic inflammation. It also damages blood vessels, including the tiny ones that deliver oxygen-rich blood to your brain cells. When these cells are starved of fuel and oxygen, they can't communicate effectively, leading to brain fog, memory lapses, slower thinking. Remember my friend Sarah? She used to start every morning with a sugary cereal and a large glass of fruit juice. By midday, she would crash, feeling foggy and unable to concentrate at work. She'd reach for a candy bar to get through the afternoon slump, trapping herself in a vicious cycle. Her brain was on a constant sugar roller coaster, and her productivity and mood suffered immensely. It wasn't until she swapped her sugary breakfast for something balanced that she finally broke free and felt the clarity she had been missing for years. So, what's the practical tip? It's all about making smart swaps. Instead of that sugary soda, try sparkling water with a slice of lemon or a few berries. Craving something sweet after dinner? Reach for a small bowl of Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and some fresh fruit. Your brain thrives on stable energy, which comes from complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and protein. By reducing your intake of refined sugars, you are not just cutting calories, you are actively protecting your brain cells, enhancing your memory, and building a foundation for long-term cognitive vitality. Now let's step out of the kitchen and onto a busy city street. The sounds, the energy, the hustle and bustle, it's the rhythm of modern life. But with every breath you take, you are inhaling more than just air. Tiny, invisible particles, air pollution, microscopic pollutants from vehicle exhaust, industrial emissions, they can bypass your body's defenses, travel through your bloodstream, cross the blood-brain barrier. It's a silent invasion happening with every breath. Once inside your brain, these pollutants wreak havoc. They trigger neuroinflammation, your brain's defense gone into overdrive. That chronic inflammation accelerates brain aging. It's linked to cognitive decline, linked to Alzheimer's disease, linked to Parkinson's disease. A 2020 study in Brain showed traffic-related air pollution ties to early Alzheimer's-like brain damage. Imagine a daily commuter, David, an hour each way in heavy traffic, windows down on nice days, enjoying the breeze. Over the years, he becomes more forgetful, misplaces his keys more often, struggles to recall names, feels a persistent mental haze. He assumes it's age or stress, never the air he breathes. His story shows environment shapes cognitive destiny. How to protect yourself. Limit time outdoors on high pollution days, especially near busy roads. Exercise outside in early morning or late evening when traffic is lighter. Use an indoor HEPA air purifier. Eat antioxidant-rich foods to fight oxidative stress. Blueberries, spinach, dark chocolate. Be mindful, take steps to breathe easier. From the city streets, let's head to a place we associate with peak health, the gym. We all know that exercise is fantastic for the brain. It boosts blood flow, releases mood-enhancing endorphins, and even stimulates the growth of new brain cells. But what if I told you there's a tipping point? That there is such a thing as too much exercise? This is the over-exerciser's paradox. It's when the drive for fitness pushes you beyond your body's capacity to recover, leading to chronic physical and mental exhaustion, damaging your brain. When you push your body too hard, too often, without adequate rest, you trigger a massive and sustained stress response. Your body floods with cortisol, the primary stress hormone. While short bursts of cortisol are normal and helpful during a workout, chronically high levels are toxic to the brain. High cortisol can shrink the hippocampus, the brain's memory center, making it harder to learn and recall information. It also disrupts the production of key neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine. This disruption can lead to mood swings, anxiety, depression, and a complete lack of motivation. I remember a client, a young marathon runner named Maria. She was obsessed with her training schedule, running long distances every single day, constantly trying to beat her personal best. Instead of feeling energized, she felt perpetually tired, irritable, mentally foggy. Her sleep was terrible and she found herself getting sick all the time. Her body was in a constant state of high alert and her brain was paying the price. She had fallen into the trap of overtraining, believing that more was always better. Her journey back to health began with the hardest exercise of all, rest. The key to protecting your brain is to embrace smart training and prioritize recovery. Listen to your body. If you feel unusually fatigued, sore for days, or your performance is declining, you might need to scale back. Incorporate active recovery days with gentle activities like walking, stretching, yoga. Most importantly, ensure you are getting enough quality sleep, as this is when your body and brain do most of their repair work. Remember, fitness is a marathon, not a sprint. A balanced approach that includes both intense effort, deliberate rest, is the true secret to unlocking the brain-boosting benefits of exercise for a lifetime. Now, let's shift our focus to an environment where many of us spend a third of our day, the workspace. Whether it's a bustling office or a quiet corner of your home, this space can be a breeding ground for one of the brain's most formidable enemies, chronic stress. We're not talking about the acute stress of a single deadline, which can actually be motivating. We're talking about the relentless, low-grade pressure that never seems to let up. Endless emails, the demanding boss, the feeling of being constantly overwhelmed. This slow burn of chronic stress is like an acid, gradually eroding your brain's health and function. Scientifically, what's happening is a prolonged cortisol bath for your brain. As we touched on in the gym, cortisol is the fight or flight hormone. It's designed for short-term survival situations. But when your work life makes you feel constantly threatened or under pressure, your cortisol levels stay elevated day in and day out. This has devastating effects. It disrupts the delicate communication network between your brain cells, impairs the formation of new memories, and can even kill brain cells in critical areas like the prefrontal cortex. Think of my friend James, a talented graphic designer. He loved his work, but his company had a culture of always on. He was expected to answer emails at all hours and take on last-minute projects constantly. Over time, his creativity dried up. He felt anxious, unfocused, and emotionally numb. He started making simple mistakes in his designs, something he had never done before. The chronic stress from his job was not just making him unhappy, it was fundamentally changing his brain's ability to perform the creative tasks he once excelled at. His brain was in a state of siege, and his passion was becoming a source of pain. The solution is to build protective boundaries and actively manage your stress. One of the most powerful techniques is mindfulness. Taking just 5 minutes during your workday to close your eyes and focus on your breath can help reset your nervous system and lower cortisol levels. Establish clear work-life boundaries. This means having a set time to log off each day and resisting the urge to check emails late at night. Regular physical activity is also a fantastic stress buster. A brisk walk during your lunch break can do wonders. By taking control of your response to workplace stress, you are not being weak, you are being strategic about preserving your most valuable professional asset, your brain. Let's move into our final and perhaps most critical environment, the bedroom. This should be a sanctuary of rest and rejuvenation. However, for millions, it's a place of struggle. The biggest brain-damaging habit that happens here is skimping on sleep. In our fast-paced culture, sleep is often seen as a luxury or even a weakness. But this is a profound mistake. Sacrificing sleep is like trying to run a multi-million-dollar company without ever doing the accounting or taking out the trash. During deep sleep, your brain is anything but dormant. It's performing critical maintenance tasks. One of the most important is the glymphatic system, your brain's waste clearance crew. While you sleep, it flushes out toxic metabolic byproducts. One of these toxins is beta-amyloid, linked to Alzheimer's disease. Without enough quality sleep, this cleaning is incomplete. Toxins build up night after night, increasing inflammation and damaging neurons. Even a single night of poor sleep can impair attention, judgment, and mood the next day. Consider Chloe, a university student. She juggled a demanding course load, a part-time job, and a social life. Her mantra was, "I'll sleep when I'm done." She survived on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, fueled by caffeine. At first she managed, then she couldn't retain what she studied. She'd read a chapter and forget it by morning. She became irritable, anxious, and her grades slipped. Her brain, deprived of cleaning and memory consolidation, was failing to function. She wasn't lazy. She was sleep-deprived. Prioritizing sleep is non-negotiable for brain health. Aim for a consistent 7 to 9 hours per night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Dim the lights. Turn off all screens at least an hour before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone. Make your bedroom cool. Make your bedroom dark. Make your bedroom quiet. Avoid caffeine in the evening. Avoid heavy meals in the evening. If your mind races, try journaling. Try meditation. Treat sleep as active brain maintenance. One of the most powerful health decisions you can make. Let's circle back to the kitchen for a moment to address a habit so common and seemingly innocent that most of us overlook it entirely: not drinking enough water. We often get so caught up in our busy days that we simply forget to hydrate. We might reach for coffee, tea, or a soda, but plain, simple water often takes a back seat. This is a critical oversight because your brain is approximately 75% water. Even mild dehydration can have a significant and immediate impact on its structure and function. When you are dehydrated, your brain tissue can actually shrink temporarily. This physical change affects everything from your mood to your memory. Studies have shown that even a 1 to 2% level of dehydration can lead to difficulties with concentration, increased anxiety, fatigue, and a noticeable decline in short-term memory performance. I once worked with a corporate executive, Mark, who complained of constant afternoon fatigue and an inability to focus during important meetings. He was a heavy coffee drinker, starting his day with several cups and rarely touching water. I challenged him to a simple experiment. For 1 week, he had to drink a large glass of water first thing in the morning, keep a water bottle on his desk, aiming for 2 liters throughout the day. The change was astounding. Within days, his afternoon slump vanished, his focus sharpened, and he felt more energetic than he had in years. The problem wasn't burnout, it was chronic dehydration. The fix for this is beautifully simple. Don't wait until you feel thirsty to drink, as thirst is actually a sign that you are already dehydrated. Start your day with a glass of water to rehydrate after a long night's sleep. Keep a reusable water bottle with you at all times as a visual reminder. If you find plain water boring, infuse it with natural flavors like cucumber, mint, or slices of orange. Eating water-rich foods like watermelon, strawberries, celery also contributes to your hydration. Making hydration a conscious and consistent habit is one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost your brain power every single day. Let's return to the workspace one last time to dismantle a habit that modern culture often praises as a skill: multitasking. We are conditioned to believe that juggling multiple tasks at once, answering an email while on a phone call while also planning your next project. However, neuroscience tells us a completely different story. The human brain is not actually designed to focus on multiple attention-requiring tasks simultaneously. What we call multitasking is, in reality, rapid task switching. And this constant switching comes at a high cognitive cost. Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain has to disengage from the first task and then re-engage and refocus on the new one. This process is not seamless. It burns through precious mental energy and creates what's known as attention residue. This leads to a higher rate of errors, decreased comprehension, and it takes significantly longer to complete the tasks. Chronic multitasking trains your brain to have a shorter attention span and makes it harder to engage in deep, focused thought. Think of a writer, Emily, trying to work on her novel. Her phone is buzzing with social media notifications, her email inbox is open and pinging, and she has a news channel on in the background. She writes a sentence, then checks a notification. She thinks of a plot point, then gets distracted by a breaking news alert. At the end of the day, she has only written a few hundred words and feels completely drained and dissatisfied. Her brain has been fractured into a dozen different directions, never allowed the quiet space it needs for deep, creative work to flourish. She has been busy all day, but has accomplished very little of substance. To protect your brain from this fragmentation, embrace the power of monotasking or single tasking. The best way to do this is through time blocking. Dedicate specific, uninterrupted blocks of time to a single important task. During this time, turn off all notifications on your phone and on your computer. Close unnecessary tabs in your browser. Let your colleagues know you are in a focus block and should not be disturbed. Even starting with a 25-minute focus session, followed by a 5-minute break, the Pomodoro technique, can retrain your brain to sustain attention. This practice will not only make you more productive, but will also leave you feeling less stressed and more accomplished. We have journeyed through our kitchens, city streets, gyms, workspaces, bedrooms, uncovering the hidden habits that can silently chip away at our brain health. We've seen how excess sugar can inflame our minds, how air pollution can sneak past our defenses, and how a lack of sleep can prevent our brains from cleaning house. We've learned that even good things like exercise can be harmful without balance, and that modern skills like multitasking are often cognitive traps. But this journey was never about creating fear. It was about illuminating the path toward empowerment and control. The overarching theme is one of mindfulness. It's about being consciously aware of the small choices we make every single day and understanding their profound impact on our long-term cognitive vitality. Your brain is not a static organ. It is incredibly dynamic and plastic, constantly changing in response to how you treat it. Every healthy meal you eat, every glass of water you drink, every night of restful sleep you get, and every moment of focused calm you create is an investment in a sharper, more resilient, and healthier brain for your future. You are the architect of your own mind. The power to protect your brain is not found in some expensive, complicated program or a magic pill. It's found in the simple, consistent actions you can start taking right now. Choose the stairs instead of the elevator. Swap that soda for sparkling water. Put your phone away an hour before bed. Take a 5-minute walk outside during your lunch break. These are not drastic sacrifices. They are gentle acts of self-care that, when compounded over time, build a formidable defense against cognitive decline. You have the ability to create an internal and external environment where your brain can thrive. So, I want to leave you with a feeling of hope and excitement. You are now equipped with the knowledge and the tools to become the ultimate guardian of your brain. I encourage you to pick just one habit we talked about today and focus on making a small change this week. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start with one step. Thank you so much for joining me on the Jess King vlog. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you care about. Because a healthy brain is the greatest gift we can give ourselves and each other. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.